These two women right here are poor examples of women to be giving advice on dating. In this video, I want to talk about recent happenings with Jayda Cheaves as well as Cardi B. Both of them, talk about relationships being in the public light. And I just, once again, don't feel like that they are great examples for what women should expect in relationships. And honestly, if you're new to my channel or if you're someone who's always here, this is actually how I started off. This was my first video ever on YouTube talking about Jayda and Lil Baby's relationship. And you guys know that they've had a tumultuous past, a toxic relationship full of cheating and just not being faithful. And Cardi also has her own struggles. And so that's what I want to talk about today. This is one of the main reasons I started my channel, because I feel like there are not enough women, with sense that are speaking out against these messages that these women are putting out. And we need, just great messages for our younger women in terms of relationships. So if that's good for you, please like this video, subscribe to the channel, and listen along. And let's get into what Jayda actually said in her latest interview. So y'all know she got a podcast with her best friend Dior. I personally haven't checked it out yet, but them clips is always circulating the internet. So they recently took $2 million worth of game, which is another podcast. And Jayda talked about how she wouldn't date a man making less than her, and she believes that all men cheat. So let's get into what she had to say.
Can a guy have less than you and you with him?
Oh, why you saying low? I hear you. You clear your throat.
Oh, yeah, no.
No, I hear you. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, yeah, no. I'm not. I have to have. I feel like that's one of my.
As a man, I feel like you just should have more than me.
Yeah, because dating somebody that doesn't have more, they're gonna try to make you feel less than as a woman. That's how I feel genuinely. I know girls who are more dominant in the relationship as far as financial status, and their boyfriends try to dog them out just to make them feel like they're not that. And I never want to be a part of that.
So I can understand how relationships dynamics can change and be impacted if a woman is making more money than the man in the relationship, and you guys follow heteronormative standards, or want to, in terms of like being taken care of, not so much in the financial way, but just at least the man pulling the weight, right? So that's understandable. But I think that as someone like Jayda, who is used to having money and used to dating in her tax bracket or higher, I think that obviously, and the main, point here is that she needs to look for more healthier relationships. I think it's the men that you're going for, and I don't say that as someone who is perfect. Please don't get that wrong. Okay, let's keep going.
Rather deal with it. I know got more than me, dog me out rather than me.
So she's saying that she'd rather deal with a man who has more than her to dog her out.
No, but really, I'm talking from because at the end of the day, all these cheating on.
You believe that?
That's how I feel.
Black men don't cheat.
Okay, well, that's just, I'm saying that's how I feel. In some type of aspect, every woman is getting cheated on.
I just talked to my mom about that. Like, she was saying it's literally human nature for men to
just naturally be.
It's just how it is.
We're literally made from animals, so we have that in us.
The girl said we made from animals. So a part of me is like, okay, I don't know if I truly believe that men are made, to love more than one woman, but I do feel like these days men should be more open and forthcoming to if they want to date more than one, or if they want to truly be in committed relationships with more than one woman, because we see dynamics of polyamory and, just like having multiple partners in a relationship, and that's totally fine. But I think that you have to seek out, as a man, you have to seek out women who are okay with that lifestyle. And I'm not talking about these women like Jayda who want to date rich men so they're okay with being cheated on. It's one thing to be okay with your man being unfaithful, and it's another thing to be in a healthy, consenting, polyamorous relationship. And I do think that men these days should be more forthcoming as to what it is that they want and what it is that they're looking for, and if they truly want to be monogamous, and if they don't. Because you have women like Jayda who that she wants to be monogamous because she wants to be the main girl, and she obviously, I guess, doesn't mind if he has something on the side. But at the end of the day, that's not what she truly wants, But there are women out there who are truly okay with not being the only one and sharing. And that's what the men need to, look out for. But the fact that women like her are looking to be supported financially, that is her weak spot, because she will, bend for anything.
You see something you like, you're gonna mate with them. Like that's.
So you saying men, or you saying
men?
Women don't cheat.
Men prey on women. Yeah. Any animal is like that. They see what they like, they gonna get it.
I feel like women have self-control. Men, it's like y'all just.
No. Women ain't got no motherfucking
what I say is,
that's a fact.
That's
That's a fact. When you are grandmom, they have self-control. These new motherfuckers drop it like it's hot.
What?
I mean, it's definitely true that women do have more self-control than men, and it's very important once again to have these conversations, when you are looking at potential partners and stuff like that. And once again, it's just very important to be honest. And so those were her comments. That was going crazy, and a lot of people had something to say about it. So let's go to, she actually took to her Snapchat to respond, and she doubled down on what she said. She said, I mean, that was just the brutal truth. And if I said I was going to get dogged out, at least I'm going to be benefiting in some way, shape, or form, and not getting my heart broken. I'm broke too with nothing to show for. It's so sad because it's like, you know how, like, if you follow Jada, her mom is such a central part of her business and her life and stuff like that. And I would just be so like disappointed and probably ashamed of myself if my daughter was this influencer and having this platform and speaking on these issues like this. And this is the thing, I don't even know why Jada has a podcast. And this is coming from someone who, I don't dislike Jada. I like her. I like her personality. I like that she's a good businesswoman. But when it comes to dating, she should not be talking. I don't think she should be talking at all, actually, because she's been famous for how many years now. And every time she talks on relationships and situations, she is getting like, it doesn't make any sense. And this girl truly needs help. She needs help. She needs therapy. She needs to learn how to love herself and to respect herself and to know what she will and won't tolerate from men. That's really the tea right here. Okay. And it's just really sad because she's going to continue to accept less, and she's worth so much. And so I think that's the saddest part about it, because it's like, it's so sad that like both her and Cardi are women these days who so many people pay attention to. And I can't even imagine being a teenager and looking up to these women, not even looking up to it, but like, this is the messages that you see on the news, on the blogs every day. For whatever reason, right? So let's move on to Cardi a little bit. And I'm not gonna like play too much of her stuff, but she was on the internet this past weekend going off about Offset, and allegedly there's a lot of stuff about him, having another baby and cheating on her and stuff like that. And so she put out a warning to his family, because it seems like his mom doesn't hold him accountable, which is a whole nother situation. But once again,
I will not accept fake love for my fucking kids. Don't post my fucking
So she is warning Offset's family to not post her kids because they probably don't F with them, whatever. But here's my thing about Cardi, right? And this kind of goes for all of these celebrity relationships. It could go for Nicki Minaj as well. One thing about me, I do not care about Cardi and Offset stuff. Like, they have a whole soap opera going on over there. They're probably the most toxic couple right now in hip hop. And I truly do not care, because Cardi is someone who does not know her self-worth and is going to continuously stay as he continues to F up, right? And so for me, it's just like, girl, let me know when you're ready to leave. Let me know when you are ready to leave, because until then, I do not care, right? Literally, that's how it goes. And it's sad that she has her children involved and stuff like that. But yeah, like, these women need to get it together. But most importantly, if you have young women around you, whether your sisters, whoever, if you mentor, please correct these narratives. Teach women to want more, and to, most importantly, respect themselves, because when you don't have respect for yourself, you will bend for anything. And that's what our young women need to learn: self-respect and self-love. Okay, it's not hard it is hard to leave when you really like someone or you really love someone. But as I told someone a couple weeks ago, at some point a woman is going to stand up and say, should I choose me over you? Choosing you should be choosing me. And if choosing you is not choosing me, then I need to move on and choose me. So choose yourself.